Hi everyone, happy Friday. As some of you know, last night I went live super late. It was like 11:30 at night. And it was a perfect example as, just showing you guys how busy a day can be, especially when you have children. And I don't even think I got home until 10 o'clock last night. Well, today I wanted to come on and talk about a little bit about finding time for you and why it's important to find time for yourself. Most of you know that moms are some of the busiest people on the planet, and we tend to put ourselves on the back burner a lot. We'll make sure that everything's done for our kids before we do things for ourselves, and not necessarily just like, buying clothes or shoes or things like that. We'll make sure that they're set with rides and their plans are set for the weekend before we make plans for ourselves. And I'm not saying that, this isn't a good thing to do, because it absolutely is a good thing to do. Your kids are your number one priority, but it's also a priority to take care of yourself. And that means that you also need to make time for yourself. A lot of times I felt guilty. I felt guilty wanting to do things for myself, and it didn't make me unhappy. I just felt bad that I was taking away time from my son. And over the past couple of years, I've had a different mindset. I've realized that it is okay for me to make time for myself. Hi, Justin. I don't feel guilty anymore. And, if I make time for myself to do something and I can't give my son a ride and he has to wait, he's just going to have to wait until I can give him a ride. In the beginning, it was, this change was different for him and it was a little difficult. And I almost even felt a little more guilty than I did just wanting to do things for myself when I actually started to do them. But after a while, he got used to it. I got used to it. And I saw a difference in the both of us. It's you are a little bit happier because you're doing things for yourself. Self-care is essential for our well-being, and it's huge. You need to take that time. And it's almost like you can think of it as like the emergency instructions on a plane. They tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on your children, because in reality, if something happens and you don't put the oxygen mask on yourself, how are you going to be there to help your children in the emergency? So it just goes to show you that you do need to take care of yourself before, you take care of everyone else, and it's okay. There's things that you can do. You can schedule time for yourself daily, even if it's just 10 minutes to read a few pages of your book, or, a 30-minute workout, scheduling nights out with your girlfriends or a date night with your husband. Once you get into the routine of scheduling time for yourself and actually going through with making the time for yourself, you'll see that, things are going to be a little different. There's less stress. Giving yourself that time gives you time to decompress and stress. And even if it's, right when you get home from work and you don't start supper until 6:45 at night, that's okay, because they're still going to get a home-cooked meal. They're still going to eat. But your night, will be a little less stressful because you've given yourself that time. A huge tip, and I'm going to totally take it there because I used to do it all the time when my son was younger, is it's okay to lock the bathroom door so you can pee in peace. I used to never be able, I couldn't be away for like 30 seconds. And sometimes I would just go in the bathroom and I would lock the bathroom door and I would just sit in there just to get 5 minutes by myself. Now that he's older, that's not an issue anymore, but it's okay. It's okay to take that time for yourself. So start taking that time and you're going to see a difference. Thanks for jumping on, those of you that hopped on, and have a good weekend.